Welcome to the first episode of Cooking with Anna. Today we're gonna be making pepper poppers inspired by Shane's paper. Shane's. Sorry, sometimes I mess up with my accent. Anyways, inspired by Shane's pepper poppers from Stardew Valley. Let's get started. All right, first you're gonna empty out a block of cream cheese, and we're gonna pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. All right, this is all the extra stuff that's going into the cream cheese. We got our cheddar cheese, garlic, chili powder, mayo, and sriracha for a little kick. I'm gonna start with the sriracha. We don't want to go too overboard, so just squeeze in a little bit for color. There we go. Then mayo, we're gonna do about a tablespoon of mayo. It doesn't really matter what brand of mayo you use for this. So yeah, exactly a tablespoon. All right, something like this. All right, then we're gonna add a bit chili powder to taste. I'm doing just like half a teaspoon. And then some garlic. I'm just gonna do like a little scoop, kind of eyeball it. I like to use a knife and just like grab some out, put it in there. All right, and then last but not least, we're gonna put our cheese. I have the Mexican style blend because that's just what I have on the fridge, but you can also use pepper jack. I wouldn't recommend mozzarella because that's a different kind of flavor, what we're going for. All right, now I'm gonna mix with a spatula. And because it's melted, it's very easy to just mix it in. All right, I'll be back in a second. All right, this is what it looks like right now. We're gonna wait for the cheese to fully melt. So you can use this recipe with actual jalapenos, but I'm gonna use small peppers because I don't want it to be too spicy for me. But the way I'm keeping a bit of a spice in it with the pepper is that I'm keeping some of the seeds in. So if you want it extra spicy, just use jalapenos and leave some of the seeds in. All right, so we got our peppers, and now I'm gonna cut them in half or slice them in half. And like I said, I'm gonna keep some of the seeds in. I also found out that I also have some jalapenos that I bought from Aldi, so I'm just gonna slice some of them and stick it in the cream cheese mix. Because like I said, I don't want mine to be too spicy, but that's up to you. So yeah, you just want them right in half so you can have two things to fill in. And then I'll just keep going. Yes, very simple recipe and great for parties and hosting people over because it's like a finger food. Yeah, I think it's gonna end up great. You know what? I have some good jalapeno slices, so I'm actually gonna, I'm going back on my word, but I'm gonna slice some of these in half because maybe my boyfriend will want some spicy ones. Who knows? So I'm actually not following a recipe, but I have the Stardew Valley cookbook. So I did get sort of inspired to do this from there, but I am honestly not following, the recipe to a T because I just want to do it my own way. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Maybe this will be my go-to thing for the future, but for now, just doing this for funsies, and also because we're running out of stuff in the fridge, so you gotta figure out something for the weekend. So Pepper poppers it is. I mean, nowadays, groceries can be kind of expensive, so I think jalapenos can be maybe like $2. So peppers maybe 3 or 5. So nothing too crazy. Cream cheese, I mean, you know, it's main 3: cream cheese, peppers, and jalapenos. That's really what you need. The extra stuff you mostly will probably find it already in your fridge with I mean, most households already have a mayo and maybe cheddar and some paprika or chili powder, garlic. Sriracha is definitely optional. If you don't like the taste of sriracha, don't put that in there. But because I wanted to try it out, I decided to use that. Alright, so now that I have them all, I have them all cut. Last one actually. I'm gonna use a spoon to scoop out most of the seeds. Yeah, be careful and watch your fingers when you're doing this because there's definitely sharpness when you're cutting these peppers. Alright, so we're gonna stuff them with cream cheese. So what we first gotta do is take the core with a spoon. It's a bit of ASMR. For the jalapenos, I'm taking all of the seeds out because jalapenos in itself are already very spicy. For the peppers, I am keeping some of the seeds in, like I said. There you go. That looks beautiful. Hi. My cats are over here keeping me company. Some of my favorite cooking channels are June's Kitchen, and he is like this Japanese, I think Canadian or Japanese American cook that has 2 beautiful cats, or maybe 3 cats, but they have really cute cats in their videos. And yeah, I always like his videos. Yeah, his cats are more well behaved than mine. I don't think mine could just be next to the table like that, so close. All right, yeah, make sure you get all the seeds out. I accidentally ripped this one, so yeah, be more gentle than me. Preheat the oven to 375. I just wanted to show you guys the recipe I'm inspired by. It's the Stardew Valley pepper popper. Now this is the final reveal of the pepper poppers filled with cream cheese before we add the toppings. Wow, cool. All right, so you can see I try to fill them to the brim. There's some jalapeno in there, mainly the Italian peppers. They're looking real good. So now I'm just gonna, oh, our oven's ready. So I'm just gonna add the toppings. I just wanna add a little bit of cheese, just for presentation. Not too much because you don't. Ta-da! Now you know how to make pepper poppers.